Have you ever felt an overwhelming awareness of something greater than yourself? A quiet whisper in your soul that was once faint, but now resounds like a sacred melody. This is the first sign that your body is changing spiritually. The closer you draw to God, the more you begin to sense His presence, not just in church, not just in moments of prayer, but in the fabric of your everyday existence. At first, it may feel subtle, an unshakable awareness that He is near, watching over you, guiding you. The breeze that caresses your face feels more than just wind. It feels like a divine touch. The sun's warmth on your skin reminds you of the infinite light of Christ. The sound of the rain no longer feels random, but rather like a heavenly rhythm, orchestrating a deeper conversation between you and your Creator. This heightened sensitivity can manifest physically. You may feel shivers, an unexplainable warmth, or even an almost electric sensation running through your body in moments of deep prayer or worship. Your body becomes a vessel for God's presence, reacting to His nearness. Scripture speaks of this sacred experience. Moses, when encountering the burning bush, felt the overwhelming holiness of God's presence and was commanded to remove his sandals. This was no mere metaphor. It was an encounter that shifted the very reality of his being. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "We may ignore, but we can nowhere evade the presence of God. The world is crowded with Him. He walks everywhere incognito." This spiritual shift you are experiencing is precisely this: God revealing Himself in ways that can no longer be ignored. Your body is responding to the divine call. It is awakening. It is transforming. But be warned, as your spiritual sensitivity heightens, so too will the battle between light and darkness. You may begin to experience restlessness at night, inexplicable bursts of emotions, or an increased sense of spiritual warfare. This is not a sign of something wrong. It is a sign of something deeply right. The enemy does not disturb those who are asleep in their faith, only those who are beginning to truly awaken. So, embrace this change. When you feel your heart tremble at the sound of a sacred hymn, when tears fall without explanation, in a moment of prayer, when your body physically reacts to God's presence, know that you are being called into something greater. Your body is aligning with your spirit, preparing for a new depth of revelation and intimacy with the divine. And this is only the beginning. Sign 2. Unexplainable physical fatigue or energy surges. Have you found yourself growing inexplicably weary, as if the weight of something unseen presses upon you? Or, on the other hand, have you ever experienced sudden bursts of energy, as if an unseen force is propelling you forward? These are signs that your body is undergoing a spiritual transformation. When God begins to move in your life, your physical body cannot remain unaffected. Just as Moses' face radiated light after standing in God's presence on Mount Sinai, your body, too, is responding to the shift happening in your spirit. At times, this may come as exhaustion, a deep, unshakable fatigue that no amount of sleep seems to cure. But why? Because spiritual transformation requires energy. You are shedding old ways of thinking, breaking free from the weight of past burdens, and stepping into a new reality of faith. This process, though divine, is also deeply demanding. The spiritual battles you are fighting, the prayers, the intercessions, the inner struggles all manifest in your physical body. Consider the prophets. Elijah, after calling down fire from heaven and standing against the prophets of Baal, was overtaken by exhaustion so severe that he collapsed under it.
So took the time to plan when you would enter the world. Acknowledging that your birth month is part of God's divine purpose helps to establish a deep sense of peace and trust in His sovereignty. We can find